Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Earlier today, EACC summoned Atwoli, Murathe, and Jirongo over a 200 million land case in Mukuru slums, Nairobi. In this video, I want us to dig deep into the story, and I'll explain why I believe Atwoli's ping pong games might be backfiring on him. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Before digging deep into the story, let's get the summary of the story. We have Cyrus Jirongo, we have Atwoli, and we have David Murathe. Jirongo owes Francis Atwoli 100 million Kenya shillings in form of a soft loan, and he is expected to pay back 110 million Kenya shillings to Francis Atwoli, 10 million being interest accrued. Jirongo also owes David Murathe 25 million Kenya shillings. So Jirongo owes both Atwoli and David Murathe some money. Jirongo has a parcel of land in Mukuru slums, Nairobi. He sells the land to Nairobi City Council. This is a case that dates back over 15 years ago. He sells the land at a tune of 200 million Kenya shillings to City Council. And then, upon being paid by now Nairobi County government, Cyrus Jirongo wires 60 million to Francis Atwoli and 25 million to David Murathe. It later turns out that this land Jirongo sold to Nairobi City Council was a public land, earmarked for a primary school and a public health center. Yes, that's the summary of the story, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dig deep to see the games being played here. Yes, let's look at the games being played here. It might be possible that Cyrus Jirongo sold a public land to Nairobi City Council, and that land, most likely, Cyrus Jirongo might have gotten that land with the blessings of the former regimes of Moi and most likely Kibaki. So it might be possible Jirongo sold a public land to Nairobi City Council. And now William Ruto's government has found Cyrus Jirongo's soft underbelly spot where they can now hit him. And this shows clearly William Ruto might be out to revenge against Cyrus Jirongo. You know, Jirongo and William Ruto have been having some public spat. Jirongo is on record saying William Ruto is a con man. William Ruto in the YK92, Jirongo was William Ruto's boss, and William Ruto used to deliver nothing, and he could demand for payment. Jirongo believes William Ruto is a con man. So I'm seeing the continued war between Cyrus Jirongo and William Ruto continuing here. Now that William Ruto is the president, he is most likely using his powers as the president to fix Cyrus Jirongo. And Ruto is doing that using EACC. So it's clear here, EACC is not independent. It's being directed on who to summon and on who to start investigations on. It's clear there is some state capture here. That comes out very, very clearly. On the issue, rather in the case of Atwoli and David Murathe, it's clear from even some court papers that Atwoli lent some money to Cyrus Jirongo. And Jirongo pledged that upon being paid by Nairobi City County, he was to use part of the payment to settle that debt that he owed Francis Atwoli. So in this case, I'm seeing clearly that Atwoli and David Murathe are not part of that land scandal. They gave Cyrus Jirongo some money, and Cyrus Jirongo paid them back the money. Only that maybe the money, the way Cyrus Jirongo got the money, was not something Atwoli and David Murathe knew here. And this is a person who owed the money and he paid them back the money. So Atwoli and Murathe, in my honest opinion here, are very innocent individuals just being punished or being tainted by this government, by this William Ruto's government. And then if you look at it keenly from another angle, I'm seeing William Ruto's government getting it wrong again, in that they're prosecuting corruption in the media. But after it all, nothing much might come out of it. And I'm saying that because according to Jirongo, when he was summoned today to appear before EACC, by the time he reached Integrity Center, there were a battery of journalists, cameras waiting for him. An indication that EACC might have invited these journalists to cover the story and to expose, to taint the image of Jirongo, Atwoli, and David Murathe. So it's clear again, EACC here and the government is trying to fight corruption in the media, something they were accusing Uhuru Kenyatta's government of doing. They are repeating the same mistake Uhuru's government was doing, fighting corruption in the media. And after it all, nothing tangible comes out of it. William Ruto has started off the war on a wrong footing. And now back to Francis Atwoli, and why I believe that Atwoli's ping-pong games are actually backfiring. Francis Atwoli was a staunch Raila supporter and a strong Uhuru Kenyatta ally, and is one of the people who vigorously campaigned for Raila Odinga. And Atwoli was constantly being quoted saying William Ruto hatakuwa rais. Upon William Ruto being declared the winner, we have seen Atwoli warming up to William Ruto's government. And that, in my honest opinion, paints Atwoli as a leader without any stand at all. Atwoli has just been doing that maybe to embrace or to be seen, or rather to be seen in the good books with William Samoei Ruto. That paints Atwoli, in my honest opinion, as a leader without any stand at all. And now Atwoli here also comes out as a leader who is also a joker. Does Atwoli think that William Ruto has forgotten on the way he was attacking him, the way he was abusing him? Even if William Ruto was to forget, he can't forget that fast. So in my honest opinion, Atwoli's ping-pong games of trying to please William Ruto, trying to be friendly to William Ruto, is actually backfiring here. Because I know this directive to summon Francis Atwoli most likely has come from William Samoei Ruto or from his close associates. And that just proves that they are not interested in Francis Atwoli's overtures. And also, you Kenyans can still remember that slightly about two weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw Francis Atwoli with Musalia Mudavadi. An indication that Atwoli was just trying to reach out to William Ruto through Mudavadi. And that latest move by Francis Atwoli has really put him in the bad books with Azimio supporters and even Azimio leaders. And right now, assuming this government, this William Ruto's government, now zeroes in on Francis Atwoli. I'm not seeing the opposition, Azimio, coming in the defense of Francis Atwoli, because already Francis Atwoli has betrayed them. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that Atwoli might suffer the consequences of betraying Azimio, and at the same time, he was the person who was loudly attacking William Ruto. From where I sit, let Atwoli feel the pain. Let him be prosecuted a bit. Let him suffer a bit, so that he can know to be a man with a stand. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. To those who want to support our channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or feel free to channel any contribution to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis.